Disney Wish is Disney Cruise Line's newest and largest ship to date. We have just returned from the first sailings on Disney Wish and want to share all the details with you, from the dining to the entertainment, onboard activities, and more. We cover it all in this exclusive Disney Wish cruise review up next. Welcome aboard, cruisers. I'm DB from Eat Sleep Cruise, where we help you plan the perfect cruise so you can see the world one port at a time. And as a couple that's been on over 50 cruises with 12 different cruise lines, we were very excited to test out Disney Wish, as we've never sailed with DCL before. So let's get started in one of the most popular areas of any cruise ship, the pool deck. Disney Wish features the most pools and deck space of any Disney Cruise Line ship. In fact, the ship has a total of 8 pools. The main pool decks 11 and 12, have 6 pools. Granted, the pools are small, but they do help to disperse the crowds. The Mickey and Minnie pools are the largest of the group, with one at each end of the pool deck. The other 4 pools are on cascading levels above the Minnie pool. And here's a little fun fact. If you look at those aft pools from deck 12, you'll notice that they make a hidden Mickey. Now forward on deck 14 is the Chip and Dale pool area. This space is a bit quieter and offers a standard-sized pool and loungers for families. It was never busy during our 3-day Bahamas cruise. For the younger cruisers, there's a Toy Story splash zone on deck 12. This Toy Story themed play area features a splash zone and a wading pool. There's also the Slidosaurus Rex Family War Slide on the port side, which is open to little kids and adults. For those looking for something a bit more exciting, you can find the Aquamouse, which is a first-of-its-kind water attraction at sea. We did test out this new raft ride for ourselves, waiting close to an hour. While the Aquamouse includes 760 feet of winding tubes suspended high above the upper decks, it honestly wasn't as thrilling as we anticipated. Finally, adults have a private pool area too. Deck 13 aft is home to the Quiet Cove, with an infinity pool, bar, and coffee shop. During our sailing, this is actually one of the busiest areas of the entire ship, which just goes to show we weren't the only adults sailing without kids on Disney Wish. Unlike many contemporary cruise ships, Disney Wish does not have an outdoor sports deck. Instead, there's the Hero Zone. This 2-story sports arena is located on the starboard side of decks 12 and 13 aft. This indoor sports court is usually a basketball court that hosts free play and organized activities. Although the Hero Zone does also house the Incredi games at certain times throughout the cruise. This inflatable obstacle course is a great family activity. The young and the young at heart can test their agility as they navigate the challenges to see who comes out on top. The upper level of the Hero Zone has table games like air hockey, foosball, ping pong, and more. All of these games are complimentary and are covered in your Disney Wish cruise fare. For adults, there's a Senses Fitness Center on deck 5 forward. This state-of-the-art exercise and wellness center offers plenty of complimentary cardio and strength training equipment. Oddly though, there's not a true dedicated jogging track on this ship. The outdoor promenade on decks 4, 5, and 6 offers a space that can be used for a morning walk, although you will have to traverse several stairs and public areas to make a lap around the entire ship. If you like to cruise, then you're probably like me and you like to eat. So we made it a point to test out as many of the dining venues as Disney Wish as possible. For this particular review, we ended up dining at all 3 of the complimentary main dining rooms for dinner. Each of these rotational dining venues is themed with its own signature menu and decor. Like other Disney Cruise Line ships, cruisers are assigned a rotation and move to each dining room on the reversed night. For our sailing, our rotation was 1923, World of Marvel, and Arendelle of Frozen Dining Adventure. Overall, our main dining room experience was mixed. In terms of food, we thought the best meal was Night 1 at 1923. My filet mignon was cooked to a medium rare temperature with just the right amount of seasoning. The burrata mozzarella starter and apple cheesecake rounded out a top-notch experience. When it comes to overall dining experience, the Frozen Dining Adventure was exactly what we expected on a Disney cruise ship. This third night dinner started with a perfectly themed dining room and was enhanced with some live music, character appearances, and some special effects. The food here, though, was just pretty average, with the ham and cheese tart and the apple cake being the standouts. World of Marvel was our least favorite dining experience, in terms of both food and overall concept. I did enjoy the fried shrimp appetizer and the desserts, but my ribeye was greasy and not well prepared. Further, the show aspect didn't integrate well with the dinner. Overall, Disney Wish offered exquisitely themed dining rooms with signature Disney elements, yet the food and service were mostly on par with other contemporary cruise lines that don't charge such a high cruise fare. Of note, there are 2 specialty restaurants on the ship. However, we did not have time to experience them on this trip. It wouldn't be a Disney Wish cruise review if we didn't test out all of the casual complimentary food options on the ship too. We're happy to report that we enjoyed the casual dining on the ship, particularly the Mickey and Friends Festival of Foods. Located in Deck 11 midship, this became our go-to spot for casual eats. Disney Cruise Line has taken the usual Lido Deck snack area and supersized it. There are a total of 5 different eateries offering some of the best quick service at sea. Cruisers can choose from pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, and chicken tenders at the grill, fresh barbecue, or Tex-Mex favorites. Of course, there's soft serve ice cream for dessert. We had to try them all, and it was tough to pick a favorite, but the busiest was certainly Donald's Cantina, offering tacos, bowls, and burritos with plenty of customizable options. I was a fan of Mickey Smokestack, which is a new concept for the line. Popular items here include the brisket, ribs, cornbread, and mac and cheese. The grill remains open for dinner, while the pizza station reopens for late night stacks, so you can always grab a bite poolside. Additionally, there's a Marceline Market at the after Deck 11. This venue is a typical cruise ship buffet. For breakfast, there were selections like eggs, waffles, and pancakes, breakfast meats, and even custom omelets delivered to your table. Lunch offered some chef selections like roasted chicken, as well as seafood options from grilled shrimp to a raw bar. There was also pre-made salads and sandwiches along with the kids' corner. We dined here once for breakfast and once for lunch. We thoroughly enjoyed breakfast, but we were not impressed with the lunch. Honestly, we're not fans of having big meals in the middle of the day. Thus, we preferred the quick service options at the Festival of Foods over the Marceline Market. During our sailing, the Marceline Market was not open for dinner. Our 3-day Disney Wish cruise had an itinerary that included 2 ports of call. Among the stops was the cruise line's private island in the Bahamas, Castaway Cay. While we had no true sea days, Disney Wish still offered a variety of daily activities for cruisers of all ages. There were several character meet and greets that occurred throughout the ship. These included photo ops with Disney princesses, Captain Minnie and Mickey, and even Star Wars characters. Further, there were other daytime, family-friendly activities, including trivia, sing-alongs, and arts and crafts occurring in the Trident Lounge and Luna's. Additionally, there are 2 movie theaters showing first-run movies. During our cruise, this included the latest Pixar animated film, Lightyear, as well as the 2 newest Marvel movies, including Thor: Love and Thunder. But don't expect to find some cruise classics like the belly flop contest. There is also no casino on Disney Cruise Line, though adults may be happy to hear that there was bingo and some upcharge liquor tasting experiences during our sailing. The Oceaneer Club, dedicated to kids 3 to 12 years old, is perhaps the most intricate and well-designed area of the entire ship. So, we recommend checking out during open house hours. This kids area sometimes opens up for family events as well. Not to mention, the cruise line's private island is home to several complimentary and upcharge activities for a full day of fun in the sun ashore. When it comes to making memories, Disney is known for its top-notch service, so we were ready to be wowed by the onboard staff. However, we thought the service on Disney Wish was pretty average, and exactly what we expect from any contemporary cruise ship. Now, this is not to say it was bad, but we did not feel the service lived up to other premium or luxury cruise lines. Our stateroom attendant was friendly and made up our cabin twice a day for the most part. However, there was one day he missed the morning service, even though we were gone from our room for several hours. Our dining team of Marvin and John accompanied us as we rotated through the 3 dining venues on Disney Wish. The waitstaff were friendly and fairly timely, getting us out of the dining room in under 2 hours each evening. Though we were mischarged for the entire table's drinks on night 1, and it was never resolved despite multiple visits to guest services. The bar service was quick, with plenty of staff taking drink orders, and the drinks were always well made. Yet, we didn't find any of that Disney magic. The one exception was our server at the Rose, who was fun and informative. At the casual restaurants, there were plenty of servers cleaning tables and helping guests find seats, even during peak times. Overall, the hardworking staff of Disney Wish made sure we had a comfortable and enjoyable cruise. There are 3 signature productions created exclusively for Disney Wish. However, Disney's Aladdin, a musical spectacular, was not ready for our cruise. With our early dining time of 5:45 p.m., we attended the 8:30 p.m. showtime. The pre-dinner showtime for the late seating was 5:30 p.m. On night 1, the Walt Disney Theater presented Disney's Seize the Adventure. This 40-minute production felt like a show you would see at a Disney theme park, complete with the Disney princesses and some live singing and dancing. As Disney fans, we didn't mind that Captain Minnie and Goofy were the main characters of this review show. Honestly, it felt like the perfect welcome aboard show for a Disney Cruise Line ship. On night 3 of our cruise, we enjoyed a reimagined rendition of The Little Mermaid. This approximately 60-minute production included a cast of talented singers and dancers and puppeteers. It was entertaining, with great set pieces, choreography, and of course, some Disney magic. We will be sailing on Disney Wish again in a few months, and we have our fingers crossed that the Aladdin show will be up and running by then. Instead of a headliner act or another production show, the main theater featured a Marvel movie on night 2. This felt like a missed opportunity to showcase more of the great entertainers on the ship. The main theater is not the only venue offering nighttime entertainment. Disney enthusiasts will be happy to know that the Neverland and Wonderland theaters on Deck 4 offer continuous showings of movies day and night. Additionally, some of the bars and lounges on Disney Wish feature live entertainment. You can find intermittent musical sets in the Bayou and Nightingales on Deck 3, although it would have been great to have some live pub music at the Keg and Compass too. Luna's on Deck 4 and 5 transitions to an adult-only venue in the evenings, featuring some traditional cruise game shows and events. Among our favorite was the Match Your Mate game show, which is basically the ship's version of the Love and Marriage show. There was also karaoke and the cruise line's take on popular games like Name That Tune and Majority Rules. There was even a silent disco on night 3. While these were adult-only shows, they were actually pretty tame. Still, we enjoyed popping in and watching the fun. Further, there's also family-friendly evening fun occurring in the Triton Lounge on Deck 5. One of the highlights of the nighttime activities on Disney Wish is the Pirates Rockin' Parlay Party on the pool deck. This signature event occurs on night 2, complete with a live rock show and fireworks. No matter your age, this is a fun outdoor party that you shouldn't miss. You might even want to pack some pirate attire for the event. Believe us, you won't be the only ones. To make sure that our Disney Wish review was complete, we sampled at least one drink from every bar on the ship. This was not an easy task given the number of venues with signature drink menus. Nightingales is the piano bar on Deck 3. This venue serves its own bubble-inspired libations that couple well with the glittering chandelier. Nightingale is a wonderful extension of the fairy tale-inspired Grand Hall. Our drink selections here include the Stepmother and the Crystal Slipper. Not far away is one of our favorite venues on Disney Wish, the Bayou. This New Orleans-inspired midship lounge has live music, some lush surroundings, and a southern-inspired menu. You can't go wrong with a signature hurricane while listening to some tunes. Across the way, there's Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge. Reservations are required and can be made once on board the ship. As a big Star Wars fan myself, I was a bit let down here. The drink menu is fine, but the theming is a little lackluster. In fact, it's nowhere as intricate as the kids' cargo bay area on Deck 2. On Deck 5 is the ship's pub, the Keg and Compass. This nautically themed venue celebrates stories of the sea with its decor and theming. This bar has an extensive beer list, including exclusives found only on Disney Wish, and some English-inspired snacks for an upcharge. Next to the specialty restaurants on Deck 12, you'll find the Rose. Featuring champagne-inspired cocktails, this elegant space offers the perfect backdrop for a pre-dinner or post-dinner drink. Disney Wish features several outdoor bars on Deck 11, 13, and Deck 14. However, on Deck 12, you'll find Wheezy's Freezies, right next to the Toy Story Splash Zone. There, you can get a spiked slushie or Dole Whip. And we can't think of anything that's more Disney than a Dole Whip with rum. For this cruise, we booked a guaranteed deluxe ocean view veranda stateroom. About 2 weeks prior to our sailing, we were assigned cabin 8194. Note, this aft cabin was a handicap accessible stateroom. So it was more open than a traditional stateroom in this category. It also had a larger aft balcony. Not surprisingly, our cabin had plenty of space and storage for an entire family. There were 3 separate closets offering a combination of shelves and closed bars with hangers. On each side of the queen bed, there were USB and power outlets. Off to the corner of the bed was the flat screen television. It was minimally adjustable, so it was not the prime angle for viewing from either the bed or the sofa. The desk had additional storage with a shelving unit and a variety of outlets for charging all our devices. The cabin also had a single sleeper sofa and an optional upper berth pull-down bed. The balcony might have been one of the largest balconies we've ever had on a cruise ship as well. There was enough room for 2 chairs and a table, as well as 2 loungers. This outdoor space offered great views for sail in and sail out of ports of call. Keeping in mind that this was an accessible stateroom, our bathroom was not your typical cramped cruise ship quarters, nor was it the traditional DCL split bathroom setup. We had a full walk-in shower stall with a shower curtain. There was also an oversized vanity and mirror, including enough counter space for both his and her products. Like the Disney resorts, the cruise line provides its signature H2O Plus bath products, so there's no need to pack your own. For our next cruise, we're booked in a deluxe family ocean view veranda, and we're looking forward to comparing it to this room. We boarded Disney Wish at Terminal 8 in Port Canaveral. Prior to the cruise, we were able to secure a 12:15 p.m. port arrival time. However, we opted to purchase a Disney transfer from the Orlando airport. This gave us an even earlier boarding group 2. Our transfer arrived at the terminal around 10 a.m. The entire process from screening to security and check-in took about 30 minutes. From there, we waited about an hour before we were allowed to board the ship. The process was efficient and pretty well organized, even though we did have to wait a while. On disembarkation morning, we did self-assist disembarkation and carried our bags off the ship. Again, we had a prepaid transfer, but this time it was to the Walt Disney World Resort. Our instructions were to depart the ship before 7:45 a.m. So we skipped breakfast and left our cabin around 7:15 a.m. Again, the process was pretty efficient and took us about 30 minutes from our cabin, through customs and border patrol, and curbside to our bus. However, we did have to wait about an hour on the bus before our transfer departed the cruise terminal. With stops at other hotels, it took us just about 2 hours to get from Port Canaveral to the Animal Kingdom Lodge, though the cost was significantly cheaper than current pricing for an Uber. As big fans of cruising, obviously, and Disney, the Disney Wish was an enchanting combination of the two. It seamlessly blended Disney design with traditional cruise ship elements to offer something that's truly unique. So, if you're interested in sailing on Disney Wish, before you book, you need to check out our latest video that details everything that's included in a Disney Wish cruise, plus what will cost you extra. There are many amenities that are included in a Disney Wish cruise that some of the cruise lines don't offer in their base fare, but there's still plenty of add-ons the cruise line doesn't tell you about up front.